Hello, friends. It's Chapo, but again, this time in an even dumber and less effective way. And I'm talking about let's begin with Hillary Clinton popping up out of nowhere in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter to pump up her fucking Hulu documentary about her life and career. To say
struggle, you might call it.
To remind everyone that nobody likes Bernie Sanders. And what he did to her is what he's doing to all women, and that there's a pattern with his behavior that is unmistakably sexist. But I'd just like to begin with the idea that Hillary Clinton is coming out to tell everyone that nobody likes Bernie Sanders. And this is an even more cretinous gaffe. Again, if you oppose Bernie Sanders, than her, accurate but huge shot in the foot moment of calling Trump supporters deplorables.
Yeah. She can't stop it. Her venom sac is always just filled bursting, and she has to vent it, or else she will explode.
It is cool knowing she's just like fucking completely unhappy.
Yeah,
no,
she's just
miserable.
completely bitter. Like in like the last portion of her life, just fucking tumbling around the earth. Just fucking pointless. Just waking up angry, no matter what, no matter how much fucking money she has, no matter what, just fucking pissed off.
So it says here, this is the Washington Post here. Hillary Clinton points to alleged sexism in Bernie Sanders' campaign. It's part of a pattern. So Hillary saw Liz Warren try this and just whiff entirely. Yeah. And she's like, you know what? As we said, Liz doesn't have the heart to stick the knife in. I'm going to do it.
Speaking of which, there is a theory I've heard from multiple people in media, more than one, so that's the Watergate rule. I'm going with it. Is that there is a theory that Hillary Clinton is the person who actually leaked the whole Sanders-Warren quote thing.
Really?
Yes, because there's people on the Karen Warren who are close to Warren who also are close to Hillary, and the theory is that she heard about it, and then she's the one who dropped it down to CNN, and it's like that would be artistically perfect if it were the case.
So, Washington Post here. Hillary Clinton says in a new interview that she will do anything I can to defeat President Trump in 2020. But in the same interview, she savages Bernie Sanders and declines to
do
say
anything, but not any actual.
And declines
thing.
to say she would endorse or campaign for him if he is a Democratic nominee. I fucking hope she won't campaign for him.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
Holy shit! Thank fucking God.
And perhaps most notably, she repeatedly alludes to allegations of sexism against Sanders' campaign, linking it to the candidate himself. The interview with The Hollywood Reporter tears open still mending wounds from the protracted 2016 primary that pitted Clinton against the independent senator from Vermont. She goes, the interview coincides with a new documentary called Hillary, which is debuting at the Sundance Film Festival. She says here, he was in Congress for years. He had one senator support him, Clinton said. Nobody likes him. Nobody wants to work with him. He got nothing done. He was a career politician. It's all just
not like me.
It's all just baloney, and I feel so bad that people got sucked into it. He goes, I'm not going to go there yet. This is Clinton's full quote. I'm not going to go there yet. We're still in a very vigorous primary season. I will say, however, that it's not only him. It's the culture around him. It's his leadership team. It's his prominent supporters. It's his online Bernie bros and their relentless attacks on
the bros.
Their relentless attacks on lots of his competitors, particularly the women. And I really hope people are paying attention to that, because it should be worrisome that he has permitted this culture. Not only permitted, he seems to be very much supporting it. And I don't think we want to go down that road again, where you campaign by insult and attack. And maybe you try to get some distance from it, but either you don't know what your campaign and supporters are doing, or you're just giving them a wink and you want them to go after Kamala Harris or after Elizabeth Warren. I think that's a pattern that people should take into account when they make their decisions.
A pattern.
Okay,
a pattern in a culture,
okay,
huh?
A pattern in a culture of high-profile supporters just looking the other way about their culture of
abuse. You could say,
you could say, of women in particular,
or girls.
Yeah. That graph there is so good, because she said it at the exact time that Harvey Weinstein's trial is kicking off in New York. And in the same interview, when asked about Harvey Weinstein, she said, How would anyone have known about this?
How can I know?
There was nothing about it. Nothing.
It wasn't one of the biggest open secrets in Hollywood.
She says and then her genius political instincts, it just shows what a real killer she is. She says in the next line, he raised a lot of money for us. He raised a lot of money for everyone, including the Obamas. She ties herself and the Obamas as close to this fucking monster as humanly possible before saying, well, we didn't know. We just like to take his money.
Hillary is team player always. When she's drowning, she's going to try to pull you down.
Oh,
with
yeah.
You.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm just imagining her at Zorro Ranch going through the internet going like, look at these Bernie bros. They keep calling me a bitch. I'm writing all these names down, and I'm demanding that Bernie personally condemn them. And meanwhile, behind her, like Jeffrey Epstein has got like a bib on and a fucking like got a carving knife, and he's got a kid with a fucking apple in his mouth in front of him.
Hillary Clinton was tweeting that from the Zorro Ranch, kicking up her feet on a child furniture.
Yeah.
One of Jeffrey Epstein's clones went up to her and was like, yo, dope interview.
So, I mean, it is so fucking rich to hear this coming from Hillary Clinton, who, let's be honest, has had a lifelong association with Bill Clinton.
Yeah, criminal Bill
And
Clinton.
also this idea that, like, you can't just campaign by insult and attack. We talked about this so many times before, but the 2008 primary was one of the most, like, everyone who thinks that this current Democratic primary is vicious, this is such kid gloves, high-minded,
Oh my God,
focused on the issues type of shit. 2008, they were like, Obama worships Muslimic moon god.
Yeah, Hillary ran the campaign. They accused Bernie of running in 2016 to the highest degree I've
And
ever
she's
seen him run in
talking
my
about
lifetime.
how like Bernie needs to be responsible for what his fucking followers on people who say they like him on Twitter. Like they're anonymous. It's a picture of Goatsy in the avatar. Meanwhile, Sidney Blumenthal was the guy who started birtherism. I'm pretty sure she knows his name and has his email.
No, yeah. Do you remember when Hillary, like, when she wouldn't stop running after it was mathematically impossible? She's like, well, what if someone kills him?
She says she used RFK.
The RFK.
yeah.
Like, what if someone
What if he's walking through the kitchen at the Ambassador Hotel?
What if someone answers my Craigslist ad?
She was just wandering around Pennsylvania in a Carhartt jacket, vomiting into the pocket, and just being like, "I'm not black." Like, it was awful. It was a fucking awful, hateful primary.
Okay, there's a whole. This is like Bernie Bros 2.0 is happening right now because for a year now, I've been hearing from like Democrat brain people that like as soon as Bernie really gets vetted, then like he is done for. There's shit out there that the real raw shit that you people wouldn't fucking believe. And lo and behold, it's all stuff that we heard about in 2016 and no one gave a shit about. That like they're shaking the vial and slamming it against the table so many times to try to just get the last few fucking just like little grains out of that fucking thing. It's not working, so they're going to do this again. And some of the people that they're auditioning to do this Bernie bro shit is so fucking perfect. Did you guys see that former Breitbart fucking barnacle, Kurt Bardella? Kurt Bardella comes out with just being like, Bernie Sanders supporters remind me of Breitbart and Trump supporters because I used to be one.
Yeah, I worked for Breitbart until Captain Crunch came to me in a dream and announced at the age of 40. Now I'm here to tell you. Now I'm here to tell you your boss should be able to kill you for decency.
So I just just a little quick hit on this guy Kurt Bardella. Someone found that he is a character that appears in that sort of juicy DC gossip book, This Town.
Oh yeah.
Who wrote that? Was it
that guy.
Kurt Anderson or
no,
something? No.
What the fuck's his name?
Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's like it was the juicy like DC like a profile of
It was the cocktail party thing.
yeah, like the hagfish that live in that fucking city. So like here's
They're
just-
writing a book about me and my Discords that's like that.
Mark
My
Leibovich
Counter-Strike.
was his
Okay,
name.
yeah.
Counter-Strike games.
This is Kurt Bardella's appearance in the DC cocktail party Goss slam book This Town. Kurt Bardella is not a guy you can easily root for. He activates your radar and not in a good way. He laughs too much and too loud. He hangs out in cigar bars. When he talks with you, you suspect you are being worked. In a city where even the most rabid striving must be cloaked in nonchalance, Bardella never pulled this off or even tried. He was not shy about sharing on his Facebook page his ultimate ambition to become the White House press secretary. He was not reticent in acknowledging a danger of his brash style. I'm never that far away from blowing myself up completely, he told me once. It's all part and parcel of my inferiority complex. But generally, Bardella added, He was pretty good about channeling his demons in a way that benefited his boss, Representative Daryl Issa, Republican of California.
Social justice warrior Daryl Issa.
Bardella evinced a desperation that made him more honest than people in Washington typically are. Or maybe transparent is a better word, because he did seem to lie sometimes, or spin, at least to me. Even as he stuck out among Ernest Hill deputies, something about Bardella wonderfully embodied the place. So he was a jittery wreck working long into the night in the service of pleasing Daryl Issa or else. So yeah,
Dude, your life is dope.
but no, Felix, you pointed this out. Where like they're sending out all the contracts now about like who wants who wants this hit, who wants to do the Bernie Bro piece in 2020.